Aveo Friends, week 12 is over and done. I am at the grocery store right now, waiting in the parking lot, doing this video in the parking lot before I go and get my groceries. This week has been amazing, but also a little challenging in some ways. So the positives for this week, number one, I started back to work. Things have been going well. The students are, for the most part, super sweet and a lot of fun to work with. And my coworkers are amazing, super helpful, and just the general climate at the school is really positive, and I love it. So that's been going well. Health-wise, I feel like I'm in really good health. I am doing well in that area. My energy is pretty good. My children are doing great. My daughter is in her last month of pregnancy, so she is my oldest daughter. So she's very big, and it's hard for her to sleep at night, have a little trouble moving around, and all of that. But otherwise, her health is great. The baby is about 7 pounds now, little girl. That is due in September. So yeah, everything's going great there. My youngest daughter is doing well. She started back school. She's going to be a senior this year, or she is a senior this year. And then my son, who moved back in with me from the Air Force, is doing well with his job and figuring things out. So all in all, everybody's doing great. Everybody's in good health. So lots to be thankful for. Things are going well with the job mostly. So the challenges for this week would be just feeling like I don't have enough time to get everything done that I need to get done. So all the school stuff that I need to do, my list is probably like a whole page long, all the things. And I feel like I'm having trouble like just keeping up with everything, and that is challenging. And then also one particular student, one student out of, I think I have about 80 students altogether that I teach. One student is very difficult and is talking out a lot in class and being rude to her classmates and stuff. So that's been a challenge as far as like how to most effectively address that kind of behavior. So those are the two challenges. So feeling pretty overwhelmed with all the things, and then also dealing with this difficult student that I have. So Bashar's teachings that go along with that, he talks about how you always have enough time for what actually needs to get done. So as long as you're following your highest excitement and you are doing what you love to do, and like from one moment to the next. So say I have a list of 10 things and I am picking the most exciting thing on the list each time. Whatever didn't get done that day doesn't actually need to get done. And so I remind myself of that, and just remind myself that I am living my passion and I am following my highest excitement, and the journey is the destination. The process is the point. Like, it's actually living life and living it to its fullest is the point of all of this. So remind myself not to get overwhelmed by the things that need to get done, and they'll get done in their own time, in perfect timing, actually. So it's just a reminder of like keeping that teaching front and center while I'm going through that. And then the other thing, as far as getting things done, we are infinite beings, and so we will never get it done. And it will never be perfect because it'll never be done. So it's a matter of understanding that we are living this life right now in this human form, but at a soul level, we're infinite, and we will have different incarnations, and there really is no rush. So that's another reason to not worry about not getting everything done. And as far as the challenging student, the teachings that Bashar talks about related to that, number one, no one can make you feel anything. So if I am upset by something a student does, then a really good technique for addressing that feeling is to realize that I am choosing to feel that way. So I'm choosing to feel frustrated because I believe I need to, or because I believe it serves me. So that's one of them, like just understanding that I am choosing the feelings that I'm feeling. She is not making me feel any certain way. So that's one of the teachings that I know that I can apply to help me with that situation. And then another teaching that he has that I can apply to that situation is the understanding that we are all on our own journey. So for whatever reason, her journey is requiring her to experience contrast, I believe, of her own making. I don't believe that it's anything that I'm doing that's causing her contrast. So she is on her own little journey and making choices and experiencing consequences, and she signed up for that, at a soul level. So I'm here to support her, and I can do what I can to make things easier for her if she accepts that. So I can and I will try to help her regulate her emotions and offer ways to help her address the frustration that she's feeling. But in the end, it's up to her whether or not she accepts it. And I really have no control over that. So all I can do from my end is what I know how to do, or what I believe would maybe help her. But in the end, I have to release that and just realize that she is on her own journey and it has nothing to do with me. So that's those are a couple of teachings to assist. And then also, as far as just my middle school classroom in general, I want to make it as hands-on, make it as engaging as possible, to try to make sure that students have the opportunity to be engaged and interested in what they're learning about. I do have to work within the parameters of the school system, and I have state standards that I have to teach, and it is social studies. 6th grade social studies is a tested subject. So I have all of that I have to consider. But within that framework, there's a lot of opportunities for me to do different things to address students' interests and their learning styles and all of that. So I am working really hard to make sure that those elements are in my lessons. And then along with that, with the one particular student that I have in mind that's somewhat difficult to reach, helping her see the consequences of her behavior, like how her choices impact her consequences. And so that's one of the strategies that I'm going to try next week. So number one, keeping it positive, staying in a positive state, no matter what happens, and realizing that I'm in charge of my own emotions and my own state of being, and that whatever she says or doesn't say, that has more to do with her than it does me. And so keeping it positive, and then also allowing her to maybe experience some of the consequences of the choices that she's making. So yeah, week 12, it is fabulous. I love applying Bashar's teachings to my work and to my daily life. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel, and share this journey with me. Share your results that you're getting by applying Bashar's formula and how it's helping you. And with that, I will go ahead and close, and I hope that you all have a fabulous week 13.